Hello everyone, this is going to be my challenge for module 18. It's going to be the NoSQL challenge to the social network API. Here I'm going to start out with the code itself. Here I have all the different requirements. I got the routes, I got the controllers, the connection.js, and the server.js. I saw in a couple examples that you can combine the connection server, but since I'm so used to the MVC style file structure, I'm just going to separate them. We're operating on the connection.js of MongoDB, the 127.0.0.1 27017, which is the standard based on the Mongo Compass, with my database being social network. Also here, I'm establishing a connection to Mongoose, which is also a requirement. From here, I have all my different, let's go to the routes, my user routes. That's ranging from, get, post, put, delete for users, and also a post and delete for the friends. And then for the thoughts, it's the same CRUD operations, but also added the post and delete for reaction. That being said, we can go ahead and start the server. Let's open an integrated terminal. Go, and let's just do a node server to start the server. And see, we are running on port 3001. Let's just go ahead and go to our Mongo Compass. Down here, I already have my database added. I don't have any thoughts just yet, but I'll go back to this to show when they're added. I already went ahead and added some users. I don't know if I can expand this or not, but here I have all the different usernames and emails, ranging from Lania, Ricard, Godwin. If you know where these names are from, then you're awesome. But this is just some starter seeded data, just so we can get started. From here, we can go to Insomnia, and I have all my routes organized here. Let's start with using a get route to get all the users. That's just the -API-users, send that, and then that will pull up all the users that I've already created that you saw in Mongo Compass. Let's go ahead and create another one. We'll just add a username and an email. So here I'll add the first one. Let's just call it tarnished, with the email of tarnished email. Let's go ahead and send that, and that will create one, and we can go back to get users and send, and that will show up here at the top. If we want to get it by ID, we can do a get request for that. Let's copy that ID here, add that to the route up top, and that will grab that tarnished user that we created. Now, if we want to update, and let's say we want to create, you can change the username, but I'm just going to change the email and say that the tarnished is the best gmail.com. We can do that and make sure that we have the correct ID that we want to change it to. Do that, and then that will change the, or at least update the user for tarnish and update that email. We can also update the username, but I'm not going to do that right now. And we go back to here, get that by ID, and then it will show that the email is updated. We can also delete. So let's go ahead and delete the tarnished. Send that with that ID up here in the route, and that will delete that. And we can go to get users, send, and it will no longer be there. Now, from here, we can go to friends, which is a part of users. Let's say we want to create a friendship. Up here in the routes, we'll need to specify two things. Basically the two user IDs that we want to create friends with. So let's say that the first one here is going to be Nicola. Why not? Let's go ahead and do this. Paste that. And then the other one is going to be Melania. That. Post here. Go over here at the very end. And send that. And that will create, so you see Mikla has a friend count of 1. So we can go to get users, send that, and you'll see under Mikla's name, they have 1 friend. Now, Milena doesn't have anything because we added the friend to Mikla, which was the first ID in this route. Now, let's say we want to delete that, and it's going to be the same thing. Let's go here, copy that, and post the same here. Instead of having to copy and paste individually, we'll copy and paste the whole thing. Send that, and that'll update the friend count. And we can go to get users, send that, and again, it will show that the friend count 0. Now we can move to thoughts. Now currently we do not have any thoughts, so if we do get, there won't be anything. Now if we post a thought, so I already have one seated here, but let's make sure that this ID is correct. So let's make a thought that says, I am the blade of Mikola by Melania, and let's get Melania's ID, which is down here. Post, put that right here. Go ahead and send that. And that should create the thought itself. Yep. So Melania created that. We have here, I use moment.js to create a specific time, so the date and the time, and the thought itself and who said it. Now, if we get thoughts by ID, we can actually take this ID here, do that, and actually pull up the thought that I just said. Now, if I want to update it, and let's say I want to update the ID, this is the same ID as before, and I want to change the text to be, I am the goddess of fraud, I could send that. Now I can go here to get thoughts, and then it will show the changed thought text. And of course, I can go to the specific ID itself, and it'll show it as well. Now let's say I want to delete it. I can go here and specify the ID, send that, and it'll show the user that was changed. Go here to get thoughts, and it'll show that it doesn't have anything. Now I'm going to go back and add it again, just so I can show a reaction. Do that and show that it is, oh, that he changed after I added it again. Go here. Bam. Shows that I added it again. Now, let's say I want to post a reaction. Now, let's say Radon disliked that, or that was the reaction by Radon. And the username that he wants to comment on is Melania, and the user ID itself is going to be that. Now let's say I do here. Oh, give me 1 second. 5654. Yes. So this is the user ID based from Melania. So if I do that and I say reaction to Melania is that, and up here I specify which thought ID I want him to comment on. I can go here, grab this ID, and post that right there. I can send that. And Radon disliked the thought that Melania had. Now I can go here to get thoughts, send that, and it'll show it here. And also I can go down here, send that, and I can go down to Melania, and it'll show that she has a thought here. But that's basically it. Now if I want to delete what it was, I believe that is Millennia's number there. Yes. So now I need to specify which reaction I want deleted. So I'll go here to reaction ID. Copy that, go to delete, change this to that. Oops, I need to go to the thought ID. I believe it's this. Excuse me. Oops. Oh, it's based on the thought ID. So that goes there, and the reaction ID goes on the back end of it. Excuse me. That is my bad. All these IDs have me confused. Oh, well, let's refer to the module itself. Actually, let's go back to the code. And we'll see here that we take the thought ID, reactions, reaction ID. So that being said, we can go up here and delete. And now we need to get thoughts, send. This is the user ID for Millennia, 645, ending with 068. Oh, that means this is the ID that we need. And that means this is the reaction ID that we need, which I believe I already have. There it is. Sorry, I got confused with all the IDs. So that will delete that. And now I can go here to get thoughts, send, and it'll show that I deleted that reaction. And that is pretty much it. I'm going to go here and do this same thing and create that just so I can show in Mongo that that was created.